All right, dude.
The So Down
Podcast. Episode number 1.
Hey,
It's the pilot.
It's the pilot. Well,
We're going to see if this is,
$1 million deal.
or just something fun to pass the time.
I think, regardless, it's good for dudes to get together and talk because,
Yeah.
to be completely honest, sorry.
I'm going to get up and walk away.
I don't know. How often do you hang out with your boys?
Oh, never. I was literally just talking to Sabrina about this yesterday.
And this is a huge thing too, because I feel like for dudes our age, I mean, it's hard to make new friends, right? I'm new up here. I don't have any friends up here.
You have me, bro.
I have work friends, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
like, it's important to have dudes to be able to get together with and just talk. So this is what that's about. We're just gonna talk, right?
Yeah, and hang out.
Fucking hang out, shoot the shit, and try and make
Not light the house on fire.
not light the house on fire and
Shit fucking popped up there.
and become millionaires. I think.
Oh, yeah, that's
I mean, 'cause
part
I
of
like
it.
money.
Me too. So I got a question for you, man.
Me.
Do you feel like the internet and everything being 24/7 recorded is just like ruining the world right now?
Yeah, as we're recording.
I know, right? But for real, like you think about that astronomer
No.
CEO and that chick, right?
Okay.
Okay, like
Coldplay.
yeah, Coldplay, right?
Oh,
10
wow.
years ago, the people in the stadium would have known, but not everybody, right?
Yeah.
Like that shit went mega viral,
Well, I
and
think
it ruined their lives.
I think too, it's society's just so sensitive, you know, like something like that, like they're getting fired from their jobs now.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Like, I'm not condoning having an affair.
Yeah,
Like, absolutely
absolutely
not.
not.
Like I'm not that stupid.
100%.
Right? My wife will actually kill me. But
Literally.
But at the same time, like, should that have gone mega viral? Should that have cost them their entire livelihood? Like,
Well, I think our society just thrives on fucking chaos, right?
Right.
I mean, if something's bad, it's good. It goes viral. If something's really good and heartwarming, it doesn't go viral. It gets a lot of likes and a lot of shares. But if it's fucked, everyone's sharing it. I mean, think about it. That was on TMZ. That was everywhere. That's what everybody was talking about.
And everybody's like, what even is astronomers? Like, I don't fucking know, but I know their CEO is
I know
fucking their HR lady. You know what I mean?
There were so many back and forth. The back and forth of that story. Apparently, they were. I mean, I don't know the details, right? But apparently, they were both already separated or something like that. But at the same time, there's just no regard for people's personal lives and like real life.
There's no privacy.
Repercussions.
Yeah, there's no privacy.
There's no privacy.
Yeah.
But again, if you're at a Coldplay concert and you're fucking schmoozing with your
There's
mistress,
a chance you'll be on camera.
There's a chance you're on camera.
It's the same thing. There's a chance you're going to be on
100%.
camera. Right? Yeah.
And how horrible was that? I mean, I feel so bad. I mean, not for the two involved. I feel bad for the significant others and the kids because everybody saw it. But I can't. I mean, growing up when we grew up in the 90s, right? You were born in 92, so you still grew up in the 90s, in the early 2000s. It was very different. We didn't have social media. We didn't have to deal with like online bullying and all this shit that's going on now. And I can't even fathom how that is. How a kid would feel, or anybody really, to get bullied online, because have you ever been bullied online?
No, I got bullied in person, like a real man.
Did you really?
Yeah, of course. I was a fat kid.
That's fucked up.
It's whatever.
I didn't know that, dude.
I mean, that's not here nor there. That's just how kids were in the 90s and 2000s. You know what I mean?
It's true.
I'd get bullied for, like I remember middle school getting bullied because I was sagging, and this kid told me, like, fat kids shouldn't sag.
Fuck.
Oh, God forbid I didn't want a belt today.
I would have
you know
bitch
what I
slapped
mean?
that kid.
No, that wasn't who I was. But like that's like today, it's like it's brutal. Everything is under a microscope because it's recorded, it's online, 24/7.
I know.
You know what I mean? I used to tell Sabrina, I never want to get an Alexa or like a Google Home because I don't want the NSA listening to what I'm doing. But like I have my own NSA listening device right here now. You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's funny you say that because we talk about it often. People always say, "Oh my God, I don't want to get Alexa in my house," and I'm like, if anybody's listening to me, what are they going to figure out? They're going to know what I like to eat. They're going to know what I want to buy. They're going to know all the things that I want. So if Alexa's listening and she gives me some fucking ads to help it easier for me to get what I want,
it's not a bad
then
thing.
go right ahead. However, it does listen.
If I'm committing a murder,
I'm definitely not doing any murders. Definitely not doing no fucking murders.
You wouldn't do any murders.
No murders. I don't do murder.
No, I don't do murder either. I don't know, man. I feel like the world that we live in today, everything is so it's hyper focused and taken out of context, right?
Yeah.
So you have not just the astronomer CEO, but you have, a sports player says one thing, one way.
Yep.
And all of a sudden you have every beat writer and insider is just diving in and taking what they say, and you extrapolate it, and you draw these lines. Like Charlie Day, and that's why somebody in Philadelphia, Mr. Walt, like, he said this, which means that, which goes there. Like, it's just, you know what I mean?
By the way, epic show. Love that show.
Epic show. Without
Epic
a doubt.
show.
Without a doubt, man.
But yeah, no, it sucks. And I think when you put yourself in the public's eye, you should nowadays expect it. However, when you're a private citizen and you're not putting yourself out there and you're getting caught in a candid situation, and then people that are in the public eye are then fucking sending it out to the masses, that's where I feel like it's a very fucked up situation, because now, you're viral.
Right.
And everybody's commenting on your things.
Yep.
And if you own a company or a business, now the people that you buy things from are then saying, oh, fuck that guy, I don't want to buy him because
He's
of
not
a
touching
personal bias.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the fucking product or the services. And that, I feel, is fucked. Because, I'm sure that dude, albeit rich and successful, like, he worked his ass off to get where he is.
I'm sure.
Whatever circumstances of his relationship that put him there that night with that lady, it's none of our business, and I don't think it should affect his business. People talk shit every day. I come home to my wife, and not like I'm like talking shit, but like, you talk about your day.
You talk about
and you express your judgments of interactions, of people, of situations. This is normal because you do it in private. It's not meant to be out or leaked.
Correct. Well, this is why I'm so big on not putting things in writing, too, because shit like that happens. You know what I mean?
I hate to scare you, dude, but we're recording this right now.
I know, but we got me there. But we share an office at work, right? So you hear me I'll get on the phone to and say, hey, I'm not putting this in writing, but this is what's 100%. Going on. Yeah, 100%.
I cringe a little bit every time I hear it. I don't cringe. I think, dude, you do great. You're fucking amazing. I love.
No, stop it, buddy. You do great.
Listening to you at work. Thank you. There's a little side. What do you call it?
Cheers.
No. What do you call it when you sidebar? Thank you.
I didn't
Outside of all of this, for being there, for being the guy.
Yeah.
Even if you don't train me, sometimes you're still there, and you're still there to answer my questions, and I appreciate it.
I take so much joy being a dickhead to you at work.
That's good. I take so much joy in taking it in because shit doesn't bother me anymore. The older you get, and this is something that has taken so many fucking years, but
lay it on me, old man.
when everybody, when people poke, at work, it doesn't bother me in the slightest. I don't know. Like I'm old. I'm turning 39 this year.
God damn, you're old.
I don't feel, I can't wait for you to be 39. So I can be like, how do you feel? Do you feel old? And you're like, no.
Yeah, because I'll be 39 and you'll be fucking 45.
How old are you again?
33.
Oh my God. But no, as you get older, I don't know if it's, I want to say that it's everyone, but the things that people say don't bother me anymore, because what people say has nothing to do with who I am and my beliefs and my performance, you know what I mean? Like, I guess if it was directed in a more negative way, a negative connotation, that it might be different, but like the little jokes about food and this and that, it doesn't bother me.
It's one of those things, like, as I've gotten older, even though I still struggle with anxiety and all that shit, like, I still have found myself in situations where it's like, well, I'm going to do what, my moral compass says is right.
Yeah.
Whether people agree or disagree, or regardless of what anyone says.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, hold on. Are we talking about work or are we talking about personal? Because work is different. Yes, of course, integrity and all of the things.
Can I pivot and say both?
Yes.
So, bringing it back to the pod, it's funny that we're here, right? Because at the end of the day, I got to know you because you're my coworker, right? Yeah. And it's funny because I interviewed you and I don't know. I could have sat in that. If I didn't have a time limit, we could have sat and talked
100%.
For ages. And then they put us in the same office together, which is fucking hilarious. and I think that, not that we have anything special to share, But to kind of circle back to like what you talked about right when we started, it's like for guys in our age group, which we're approaching middle age, call it like it is. If average lifespan is 82 or whatever it is,
Fuck, don't
you're like a few years from there, right? I got a little more time. You're pretty close.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's a really, in my opinion, a high percentage of people that I don't see the boys anymore.
No.
You know, one of my best friends is getting married in a couple of months, and I got to go see him.
Which is amazing.
Which is awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Big Rob, Uncle Moose. Shout out to Uncle Moose.
Big Rob.
But at the same time, like, you know, I haven't seen Rob. We started reconnecting and getting beer like once a month, like 5 or 6 months ago. I mean, we send reels. And that's the most communication I have is sending reels on Instagram.
Hey,
to people,
there's
you know what I mean?
there's a real connection through your fucking real buddies, your meat
fucking,
buddies.
It's a fucking trip, right?
It's true, because most of my close buddies, which I can count on one hand, we send fucking reels to each other all day.
Yeah.
We don't talk.
Right.
We just send reels. And that's how we talk. That's how we
Correct.
communicate. Which is good and bad in a way, I guess, but it's a connection. Regardless of what it is, it's a way to stay in contact and share funny moments or serious insight or fucking whatever it may be. But it's important. I think social media, a big part of social media is the positive part that nobody talks about is the connection, right?
Right.
The good connection with the people that you know and love.
Correct.
The negative part, obviously, is the viral and the fucking bullying and all that stuff. But back to what you were saying about connection.
What was that face? Oh God, what was that face?
But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's what I was saying in the beginning. It's harder for dudes, especially nowadays, to connect. And I think it's super important for not just like for men to be able to like be around other men and like release the things that you can't release around your significant others.
Correct.
Because men and women are very different, and you know, when you're in a marriage, of course, it's your best friend, it's your partner, it's your life partner, it's all of that. But
I don't want to burden her with some of the you know shit that goes on.
yes,
You know what I
speak
mean?
more on this because I know what you're talking about. The
Like,
things that go
it's-
on up here.
Correct. And it's
All
really-
of the stress.
Oh, dude, it's all the stress. It's the constant thinking, and it's also like, you know, my wife and I are very opposite. Like, she is risk averse. I am totally into taking risks, you know,
Yeah.
with no risk comes no reward, right?
That's how it has to be, though.
Correct. It's a great dichotomy,
Yeah.
and we work really great.
Sidebar: the fuck is dichotomy?
A dichotomy?
You're the guy with the
Oh,
words.
God. A dichotomy is like two polar opposite ideologies or methodologies in which you carry yourself, right?
Cool.
So, like, you can see a dichotomy between two different people where you have one person who is super extroverted and super outgoing, wants to talk to everybody, and somebody who's super introverted and doesn't want to talk to anybody, but wants to be a part of everything, right? Like, there's a dichotomy there. That's what I'm sure ChatGPT has a better one. I'm sure Gemini has a better one.
I don't know
Definition.
ChatGPT or Gemini, but let's
Yeah.
not get too far off. topic.
Yeah. You know, we have a big dichotomy because Sabrina, she grew up in a family that wasn't, you know, didn't have a lot of income,
Yeah.
a lot of things.
Uh-huh.
And so they had to be creative with how they maneuvered situations.
Yeah,
Right?
100%.
And we're in a position now where, you know, we don't have to be that creative, right? And we can, it's a fucking beautiful thing. 'Cause it wasn't always that
Choose
way,
to be a
man.
successful, you're not middle-aged, but a successful young man. I
Sure.
mean, what a blessing. Look at you. And all the things you were saying about being bullied, look at you now.
Right. No, I appreciate
Look at
that.
you
I'm
now.
fucking awful at taking
Congratulations.
compliments.
I know
But
you are. You
I-
always get weird.
I appreciate that. But, you know, like, we own a business, and through our business, been able to do some really cool stuff. And we're gearing up for, like, a really busy year.
Yeah.
And so we've had conversations where it's like, hey, you know, Sabrina really wants a new couch right now.
Fucking my Sabrina wants a new couch
Yeah.
too.
And I'm like,
I love our couch, but she's like,
Yeah.
it's old, and I'm like,
well, ours is legitimately falling apart.
okay.
It was a $500 couch from, like, Living Spaces, which
Okay,
is...
it's time for a new couch,
Yeah,
bro.
correct. What? No.
Sabrina?
You're supposed to be on my side.
Sabrina, it's time for a new couch.
Yeah. Well, I told her today.
You heard it here on the So Down podcast.
I told her this morning, like, you know, look up some options. We looked last year and couldn't find anything, but like, if I had to drop like $2,000 on a new couch, $2,000 on a new couch, it would suck, but it wouldn't kill me, right?
Just put it on,
But-
on a low interest credit card or
No.
a zero.
No.
I'm telling you right
No,
now.
I'll just fucking buy it cash. Like,
Okay, this is a different conversation. We'll get to that on the next episode.
yeah. I'll just
Credit
buy
and cash.
I'll buy it straight up. But here's the other side of this conversation, though, is like, you know, as a man, kind of looping us back, like, there's a lot that goes on here that I'm not going to try to burden my wife with, because, you know, she doesn't need to know that.
Well,
She
not
doesn't
only
need
that-
to know the insecurities.
Not only that, there's a different
same
set of, because I feel like men, we're always like, oh, there's so much going on. Women have the same
Correct.
amount of things, but it's a different set. I feel like
Yeah.
when you say men, all the things we're thinking, I'm thinking in my head, because I think about it all the time, is like financial stability, investment, future, providing, protecting. You know, what am I going to leave behind after I'm gone? You know,
Yeah.
all of that are the things that I'm constantly thinking about. Sometimes when I go silent, you know, do you ever go silent? It's
Oh,
like, what's wrong? Nothing's wrong. What are you thinking about?
I'm not thinking about anything.
Nothing.
Well,
Which is the silliest thing, because
And she goes, you're in a mood. You're not wrong. Like, I am in a mood, but I don't know how to fucking put it out to you right now.
and if you were to ever relay everything that's going on in the brain, it would just cause more stress and more anxiety, because they're like, oh my God, why are you thinking about all of that right now? Or all the time? Because, I don't know, I mean, I think about it all the time.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's always something in my mind that I'm like, how am I going to make our situation better? How am I going to provide better? How am I going to make it easier to take vacations, or, you know, all those things.
Right.
All those things all the time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. And I know, like, for me, I'm always thinking, like, what's the next step? What's my next move? Where am I going to? Like, what am I going to do, you know, to have financial freedom?
yeah,
Right? That's what I want. I don't want to be, I don't want to be a billionaire, right? I don't want to be a
you
Jeff
don't
Bezos.
have dreams of grandeur.
No, but I have enough dreams so I can give leave a legacy for my daughter, right?
100%.
Where I can build a business or a company or something that you know, when she's old enough, I'll make her go work for people. I've had to work for people my whole life.
Yeah,
you know,
builds character.
But our business is the first time like I've had to work for myself, and it is a really cool feeling to be your own boss. A lot, like you said, there's so much going on that you're always thinking about, and I don't think I will never be able to fully understand what goes on in my wife's brain.
Exactly. No, never.
And I wouldn't
Don't
expect
try.
her, and I wouldn't expect her to fully understand what goes on in my brain either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm an impatient person. As
You?
in me, I know, right? But like that's one of the things like I've had to really figure out is like, how do I take that harness and push it forward? You know?
Well, if you figure it out, let me know.
Sabrina did vision boards in her mom group the other day.
For our podcast?
No, just just in general for what they want their year to do. And so she went home and talked to my daughter about doing it. So this is what they put together for my daughter's vision board.
Oh, I love that.
Scrapbooking, dude.
Oh my
So
God, dude. I used to do that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
My mom, she's an antiquer and somewhat of a hoarder, but she had this weird obsession with cigar boxes, old cigar boxes, right? So me and my brothers, we would take dirt biking magazines, surfing magazines, right? And we'd bring them to school in our backpacks. And remember pencil boxes when you were in elementary school?
Fuck yeah, I remember pencil boxes in elementary
So
school.
we would take these cigar boxes, right?
Yeah.
And we'd bring all these magazines to school, and we would ask kids, what do you like? Do you like surfing, dirt biking, blah, 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 whatever it is? And they would tell us. So we would take these magazines and we'd cut out cool pictures and shit from the magazines and paste them onto the cigar boxes and sell them when we were kids. So I like that because it reminded me of that.
Yeah.
Quick little story, quick little history lesson.
Yeah.
Male dudes having guys to hang out with, I think, is very important for mental health. And that's a whole nother topic that we can get into at a later time, but mental health in today's day and age for men is tough. There's so many things that, you know, are being said and being done, and you should be this way, you should be that way, whatever. I think the main point here is that you should have some dudes that you can hang out with even if it's once or twice a month, just fucking shoot the shit.
Right, 100%.
Because I miss it. I miss it with my boys down south, and it's important. And this is kind of
This is it.
this is kind of like an outlet. Almost,
Correct.
you
Yeah,
know, like a little
100%.
therapy session that hopefully one day millions of people can watch.
It's more important to just get around and spend time. You know what I mean? Because that's one of the things, like, I think is what's difficult is as you get older, it's harder to spend time with people that you enjoy. You know, everybody's living their own life, and that was something like in high school. You never thought about the fact that, like, I can only speak for me. I can't speak for you or anybody else, but like, I didn't think about what everybody else had going on. You know what I mean? It was all about like what I'm doing and what's happening. Even my early 20s, right? I mean, I obviously had struggles and problems I had to work through.
Oh, we all did, my friend.
We all
had a little outside conversation about our crazy times. We won't discuss
in Portland.
that.
In Portland, no less.
In Portland, while we were looking for homeless people doing drugs.
Dude, that dude physically shooting up the needle as we drove past was actually kind of crazy.
I know. It was
like, just on the side of the street? Not even on the
experience.
sidewalk, on the side of the street. Okay.
I took 40 flights last year. My first year, and I took 40 flights.
Is it 101 for the whole year?
You did 101.
Between every airline, yeah.
It's crazy when you think about it.
Yeah.
Because there's only 365 days in a year, and 101 of those days, probably more because
so yay but nay, because some days
are
it's
double.
2 in one day.
Yeah. But still, but even if it's 60 or 70,
I'm trying to find out I'm trying to figure out what the one was. Like, what one way did I have where I didn't leave? Or does that make sense?
Disneyland?
No, I feel
Oh
like
no, I was gonna say end of the year, 31st maybe.
no. I feel like I had a flight where I like flew to like Chicago and then like Richmond and then Richmond home.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like
there's
something
free
like that.
flights.
Yeah,
It could be a connector.
But I don't remember.
That's okay.
I don't remember. I've definitely been off to a slower start travel this year than I was last year though, and I'm super thankful for that.
Well, I feel like I'm not going to travel as much this year as I did last year because now I'm on my own and my budget is razor thin, which I'm kind of excited because when you have a razor thin budget, it's a challenge to beat it.
Yeah.
And I want to beat it. However, I want to be under on my expense category. I don't have a lot of things to fly. Like, I want to fly. I want to go to all these openings. I'm a restaurant guy. I'm a fucking hospitality guy.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love seeing people happy. So, like, it's going to be hard for me helping these people get to where they want to be in these grand openings. And I'm like, I want to fucking be there. Like, I want to go, I want to fucking hug them and shake their hands. But I'm not going to be able to do that. And that's fine. It's not a big deal. But I want to get to the point where my budget is a little more padded to where I can take these trips and build these relationships a little more. And I'll get there. I'll get there.
No, 100%. It takes time. It takes time.
It takes time.
You're gonna go to your first
Factory trade? No,
not factory training.
Show.
Like show, yeah, like
Pizza
exposition.
show.
Yeah, pizza show.
No, it's gonna
Pizza Expo.
It's gonna be rough though because I've been eating healthy, right? And this Friday, I've been doing good. I've lost 8 pounds.
Yeah.
Lost 8 pounds. I'm
I
feeling
can't see
good.
it because you look the
Oh,
same.
fuck you. But this Friday I came home. Friday was a stressful day. I told you why.
Mm-hmm.
Came home. Didn't eat that day. I think I had a banana. Went into the office. Worked all day. Didn't have an appetite. Came home. Stressed out. So I ended up going to the dispensary, getting myself a joint. And on the way home, I may or may not have ordered a pizza and eaten the whole thing. And
The entire pizza?
The entire
What
pizza.
size? What
It
was
was a
size?
medium. It was a 12-inch.
I have the pizza tattoo. What
Yes,
size?
you do.
What top?
It was a medium, and it was double pepperoni and mushroom. Oh, and also, it's a new location, right? So whenever I go to restaurants and it's new or whatever, I'm always looking at all the equipment, and I was like, oh, your kitchen's so beautiful. Everything's so shiny. And they had a captive hood, GSW stainless. So I started talking to them, because they're the franchisees, As the franchisees I'm talking to them, oh yeah, sell kitchen equipment is what I do. And so they were super interested, so they scanned my OVO card, whatever it is, OVO.
Ovu.
Shout out Drake, OVO. Pizza show.
Oh yeah, we were talking about pizza show.
So that's gonna be rough because I had that one pizza and then woke up the next morning and it was hurting. And it's the cheese. It's the cheese 100%.
So here's the good news about the pizza show. Here's the good news about the pizza show. Every vendor has pizza they're handing out.
okay.
It's fucking amazing. But
Sis.
there's a couple of companies that specialize in chicken wings. And
And
they're handing out chicken wings.
I can go for some garlic knots, you know?
Yeah, there's all of it, man.
Right on.
There's all of it. That'll be
That's
fun.
gonna That is gonna be fun. I'm glad
Yeah.
you're going too.
Yeah, I think I only have one client going, so I don't know how much I'll spend there. But my favorite thing about the pizza show is like not just the show and the food and everything, but like I'll call factory and be like, oh yeah, I need you to take me and this person out to dinner. They're like, done. So like the first year I went, we went to the Cosmo, and we went in to a 13-course meal at one of the restaurants in the Cosmo. And it was all
Okay.
small bites and plates,
Okay.
and it had all these cabaret shows and shit around us, like in the restaurant. It's fucking
Really?
wild. Yeah, it was sick. I
As
love
you were
Vegas.
eating?
Yeah, I love Vegas. I love Vegas for a number of reasons. First of all, my Raiders are there.
Raiders.
But there's so much to do on the Strip.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would do living in Vegas, right? Because for me it's kind of like Hawaii. Like I had this one teacher in high school for all 4 years of high school, Mr. Shockey. Shout out, Mr. Shockey. Shockey, go with a Z.
That's shocking.
I'm gonna throw something at you. I'm gonna find one of your.
That would be a good time for it to go. Brrr.
Yeah, A10 warthog.
Yeah. I had no idea what that was, by the way. I thought it was a fucking warthog.
Like from Halo.
No, like the animal.
Oh, like an actual. Yeah, no. Dude, actually, speaking of A10 warthogs, every time I drive on a freeway, I see that sign. And that sign that says speed check by aircraft, or speed check by
It's a
radar.
real thing. They're painted baby blue.
What does that mean?
There's airplanes. My dad was an aircraft painter. We owned our business for 20 years at Korean Airport. There are, I don't know if there still are, there are Cessna airplanes, high wing, private aircrafts, not private, obviously government owned because they're that are painted baby blue, and they blend in with the sky, and they may fly in high traffic areas, and they have cameras and speed detectors where they can detect your speed.
Do you know what I've always imagined my entire childhood?
What?
An A10 warthog. When you're going too fast, it's like, "Brrr, this one's on you, slow down.
Could you imagine? You're sitting in
No,
traffic,
I don't
like,
want to
"Oh,"
imagine.
And the next thing you know, some car next
Just
to you
10 millimeter
fucking
cannons.
blown up.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
That would be exciting, horrifying,
Exciting.
exciting to see. As long as you weren't the one getting blown up. Maybe okay. Poor choice of words.
Bro, okay, but hold on.
Horrifying.
Time out. If you were driving and the car in front of you got blown up
Yes.
from the sky,
Oh my God.
you wouldn't be
kept
like, wow,
counting.
this is exciting. You'd be like, oh my God, I'm gonna die.
Oh
Is
my
this Al
God.
Qaeda?
Okay.
What's going on?
This could be a fun conversation. If shit hit the fan, I'm talking zombies, apocalypse,
You know
Korea
what?
invades, and there's soldiers
Korea
in
invades.
not Korea, whatever, Russia. Side topic. Zombies, soldiers in the streets. Who would you be? What would you do? Are you fighting? Are you rebelling? Are you fucking leader of the zombie apocalypse survivor?
Here's
Are
my
you
thing, man.
fucking killing soldiers up in the
I
opposing
have
forces in the
spent-
street?
I
Who are
have
you?
spent an inordinate amount of time thinking about this scenario.
So have I.
Okay, so for me personally, my first stop is a sporting goods store, and I'm robbing some guns or weapons.
Okay.
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 And then,
I see. There's one problem I see.
so
Continue.
just how about you don't be a
Continue.
dick for 2 minutes?
I'm just trying to prioritize
But
my notes.
I'm going up into the hills, into the foothills and the mountains,
Okay.
and building a shelter and starting a community. Whether it's just me and my wife and child, or whatever that is, I'm starting a community. Now, if the government shows up and they say, "Hey, everybody needs to come to this camp," we're going to talk about it. But if I'm heavily outgunned, I'm not going to die over it.
We're gonna talk about going to a camp that the government wants to bring you to. You just answered my
So
question.
you'd rather me just get fucking killed?
You answered my question. I would be the leader of the rebellion. Do you know who Negan is?
Yes, baseball
Okay.
bat guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I may or may not have to turn to the Negan. Because, you know, If
Asian
everything
guys'
went
arms?
to shit, no, not Asian. No, not Asian. Don't get me. No, love Asians. I
Shout
may
out.
or may not shout out to Asians. Love you guys. Bobby Lee. If we could,
Bobby.
maybe we can get Bobby Lee on the podcast.
Oh my god, I would
Okay.
feel like we made it if Bobby Lee went
I
on the
have,
podcast.
and this is no bullshit, I have several contacts in my phone of comedians. I was the chef at the
Correct.
Liberty Live in
Yeah.
Oxnard and the Irvine Improv, and I got to spend a lot of time with comedians, and I have Joey Diaz's number. And when he was in New York, I was in New York for a couple months, and I was changing the menu, and I was looking to hire a new chef. And they gave me the Crown Vic, right? So I was in New York in winter, it was snowing, and I was driving to Crown Vic. And I was changing the menu, so I was trying out new recipes. And Joey Diaz is in town. He's staying at the same place that I'm staying. It's a Residence Inn in Nyack, New York. And I was trying out a new meatball recipe, right? I was just going to do an appetizer with meatballs and sauce and parm. And so he's there. He's doing a Friday, Saturday, Sunday set with Jimmy Fultron, I think, Jimmy Fultron. And long story short, I'm coming out of the hotel in the morning. I see Joey. I've already introduced myself because obviously the green room's in the kitchen. And he goes, "Steve, what are you doing today?" And I go, "I'm gonna go get some food right now." And he goes, "Cool, let's go." So fucking Joey Diaz and me go to this barbecue restaurant. That was my spot.
You need to call him. And
I have his
do
number,
you,
bro.
Do you remember me?
He fucking remember. I guarantee he remembers me, dude. Because I saw him a month and a half later at the club back in Oxnard, and he asked for me. He said, "Where's Chef Steve at? Where's Chef Steve at?" And I was in the office doing something, and then one of the servers comes in and he goes, "Joey's asking for you." I said, "Who?" I said, "Joey Diaz." I said, "Oh, Uncle Joe. Go talk to my guy." So I come out, talk to him, and he goes, "Oh, where's those fucking meatballs?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't got those meatballs. Those are in New York, whatever." Long story short, hung out with the dude, ate lunch with him. He's a fucking character. Had the whole bar going, everyone fucking crowded around. He's telling stories. Afterwards, we go outside. He goes, "Hey, Steve, what's up? You smoke weed?" And I go, "Yeah." Smoked a joint with Joey Diaz in the parking lot, in the snow, in New York. Trees everywhere, snow everywhere. Smoked a joint with the guy. And it was one of the coolest experiences I've ever had with a comedian. Even though Joey Diaz, and all credit to Joey, he's not like, a global star. Maybe he is in some circles, but it was super cool to be able to fucking hang out with someone that's like famous,
Right.
And he's just a normal fucking dude, He's a normal dude, and it was really, really cool. So I'm gonna call him and, "Hey Joey, you wanna do a guest spot on our podcast? It's called So Down." And you know what he's gonna say? What is he gonna say?
You tell me.
"I'm so down."
You think so? Oh god.
That was a good one.
That'd be fucking incredible.
Well, you have buddies that are comedians too.
I
right?
do. I have a couple buddies that are comedians down here in Sacramento. They're not huge.
They're not the Joey Diaz.
They're not Joey Diaz traveling the world and shit that I know of.
It doesn't matter though, because maybe one day they will be. Joey
Yeah.
Diaz is old as shit. I don't remember Joey Diaz when he was in his 20s or in his 30s.
No, I remember Joey Diaz from the first time I remember Joey Diaz as long as you are.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how this goes. I think this is a good.
I don't think we call Joey until we have our shit figured out a little more.
No, definitely not. And then once we do Joey, then as it progresses, it'll go like Joey Diaz, and then Joe Rogan.
Oh, dude, how dope would it be to be on Joe Rogan?
I've met him too.
I know
I
you
met
have.
Joey. I shook his. I shook his hand. Another funny story is when he did his set in Oxnard at Liberty Live. Obviously, he's very well known and very popular in the weed smoker community. So people came to his show. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think three shows Friday, 3 shows Sunday, and 1 on Sunday. 3 shows Friday, 3 shows Saturday, 1 on Sunday.
Get your shit
I know,
together,
I know,
Steven.
right?
Lock in.
I know.
Lock in.
These Michelob Ultras, man. I'm a lightweight.
That's on you, bro.
I know. So, end of his show, Saturday night, a bunch of people brought him weed products, edibles, weed, pre-rolls, like a fuck ton, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they were all giving it to him. They put it on the stage. He doesn't take shit from fans or whatever. It's obviously someone could poison him or drug him or whatever. You don't take drugs from your fucking, viewers. So he gave it to the staff. One of the assistant managers had to go around and collect all of the weed products from the staff, right, in a fucking trash bag, in a black trash bag. And I kid you not, This fucking trash bag was probably full. Like if you were to pinch it at the full level, it's probably that full, right?
Yeah.
Like a large, maybe 2 times the size of a basketball. So I'm on the expo line, and she comes through, you know, from the showroom to the expo line. And she goes, Steven, what are we gonna do with this? It's all the weed that the guests gave to Joe. And I said, oh, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. I'll dispose of it. So I took that giant bag of weed products, right? And I said, then I threw that bitch over my back, and I walked out to my car and I put it in my trunk. And I had fucking edibles and shit for months. I was giving it to all my friends, family, eating edibles, and I probably got the highest I've ever been from. It was, so Joe, yeah, we're best buds, you know. I talked to him once or twice. We'll get him on the pod.
Okay, man. That's hilarious.
Oh, shit.
All right, brother.
Well, I mean...
I have one other question for you.
One question. Oh my god, I'm nervous.
Okay. Unrelated to anything we talked about.
Okay.
I just want to know if you know. They changed the ABC.
They changed the ABCs.
Yeah. How they sing it. How do you remember singing the ABC song as a kid? How'd you learn it?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, K, Q, R, S, T,
L, M, N, O, K. L, M, N, O, P.
Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs.
Yeah.
Next time, won't you sing with me?
They changed the song.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
No, they did not. Why would they change it? Was it racist?
No.
Sexist? Next time, won't you sing with he, her, she, them?
Hold on.
Next time, won't you sing
How about
with
you
that?
shut the fuck up? And
Oh, I
listen?
know, right? That's offensive.
A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D,
Is it starting over? Is that it?
It's it.
Why is it so slow?
They got rid of Elementary.
They're slowing it down for the kids, man. They're fucking with the kids.
This is how my daughter's learning it.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it easier? Is it harder? I mean, why would they change the
So,
song?
from what I understand is kids thought that L-M-N-O-P was a single letter. So they're breaking it up.
L-M-N-O-P.
No, L-M-N-O-P.
Q-R-S.
Sing it fast. Sing it fast.
L-M-N-O-P.
Yeah, they thought L-M-N-O-P was a single letter.
Element O-P?
L-M-N-O-P. L-M-N-O-p. But it's said in ABCs. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
How many kids?
Enough that they changed the song, Steven.
This is the problem.
With America
This is
today.
the problem with the school system is they're like, I don't know, man. One thing on the school system, I was talking to my wife's mother, my mother-in-law recently, and one of the things that I think they should incorporate into as early as junior high, I feel, is a true finance class, not just like economy, you know, which talks about all whatever it talks. I don't remember. It was all old, but like a finance class, like a period where it's an annual year of finances, right? And in the beginning of the year, you get to pick your career. Maybe not pick. You're assigned a career. You're assigned an income. You own a home. You own an apartment. You have utilities. You have phone. You have all these things. And every time you go into that course, you're on a computer, and it's like a virtual thing
But see, your problem, my problem with what you're describing is what I think is going to be the problem that, you know, high school's going to have. It's preparing people for real life.
Yes.
No, they don't want to do that. They want to prepare you to be a fucking consumerist, so you're going to show up and spend money.
But that's the whole
They
point
built
of
that.
it is in school,
No,
they're
because
not
they'll get rid
teaching
of
you,
it.
like, what happens when you get out of high school and you're like, I'm not going to college, now I got to get a job. What do you mean rent? What
I
do you
did
mean
that.
credit?
I fucked around for years.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I
you,
mean?
but you were in the industry, and
No,
and
I
that's
dropped
nothing
out
that's
of
important.
college to work at McDonald's.
Bro, you were in the industry.
Okay, yeah. But no, I mean, dude, like they're just creating. Have you ever seen the movie Accepted with Justin Long and?
Oh yeah, where they make their own college.
And yeah, they have Louis Black in there. Louis
Yeah.
Black had
Bro,
Sabrina.
which one's Louis Black?
He's the older, angry ass comedian. He's angry all the time. He's a white guy. He plays the prince. He plays the dean.
I can't put a face to a name right now.
Yeah, you'll find him. He has this whole rant in there that as a younger kid in 2006 when it came out, I was like, oh, it's funny. But now he's like, yeah, well, the American education system is just producing consumers. So all you do is you just go in there and you buy and you sell and you buy and you sell. And I was just like, I watched it probably 3 months ago. Sabrina found it on Netflix. We watched it. It's one of my favorite movies. And I was like, oh my god, he's right. We're watching Idiocracy play out in real life.
It's true.
School doesn't want to prepare you for real life. They want to prepare you to get into debt so that you can. No 18-year-old should be handed $500,000 worth of debt for a college degree and be like, "You're good."
That's what I'm saying. There needs to be a coming to Jesus moment.
That's
where
not.
like, not everyone's going to be successful.
That's not in the line with capitalistic ideals, bro.
But 70% of the fucking people that graduate high school are going to be struggling in life. They're going to be living check to check.
Yeah.
They're not going to know how to balance an account or budget or do any of that. And it's my belief that if we prepare, I mean, it goes to, I mean, I don't want to get too deep into politics, but it just goes to like, what are we teaching our kids? What are we feeding our kids? What are we fucking showing our kids in social media? Why has the ABC song changed?
Right.
Why are these cartoons changed? Why like everything is changing and like, I just don't know if I'm on board with it.
Yeah.
But that's a, you know.
Well, my guy, I'd say that was a successful first episode of the So Down podcast.